Welcome to Had6 channel. In this video, we will look into turgid. 16 adjectives with similar meanings will be reviewed in example sentences. Let's get started. Turgid, which means of language or style tediously pompous or bombastic. Number 1. Florid, which means excessively intricate or elaborate. Florid. For example, the florid plasterwork of the ceilings. Number 2. Bombastic, which means high-sounding but with little meaning. Bombastic. For example, Howard really was the most bombastic prig. Number 3. Flowery, which means of speech or writing full of elaborate or literary words and phrases. Flowery. For example, flowery prose. Number 4. Tumid, which means especially of language or literary style pompous or bombastic. Tumid. For example, tumid oratory. Number 5. Pompous, which means affectedly grand, solemn, or self-important. Pompous. For example, pompous language. Number 6. Oratorical, which means relating to the art or practice of public speaking. Oratorical. For example, oratorical skills. Number 7. Ponderous, which means especially of speech or writing dull or laborious. Ponderous. For example, the show is loaded down with ponderous one-liners. Number 8. Magniloquent, which means using high-flown or bombastic language. Magniloquent. For example, a magniloquent lawyer. Number 9. Rhetorical, which means expressed in terms intended to persuade or impress. Rhetorical. For example, the rhetorical commitment of the government to give priority to primary education. Number 10. Orotund, which means of writing, style, or expression pompous or pretentious. Orotund. For example, the orotund rhetoric of his prose. Number 11. Stodgy, which means dull and uninspired. Stodgy. For example, some of the material is rather stodgy and top-heavy with facts. Number 12. High-flown, which means especially of language or ideas extravagant and grand-sounding. High-flown. For example, his novels seem high-flown and absurd. Number 13. Ornate, which means of literary style using unusual words and complex constructions. Ornate. For example, peculiarly ornate and metaphorical language. Number 14. Highfalutin, which means especially of speech, writing, or ideas pompous or pretentious. Highfalutin. For example, the report was cloaked in highfalutin language. Number 15. Labored, which means especially of humor or a performance not spontaneous or fluent. Labored. For example, one of Alan's labored jokes. Number 16. Pretentious, which means attempting to impress by affecting greater importance or merit than is actually possessed. Pretentious. For example, Clytemnestra is a pretentious name for a dog. Can you think of other examples? Please share them in the comment section below. See you in the next video.